What if I told you that right now, even if it doesn't feel like it, you might actually be happier than most people? No, this isn't some empty motivational slogan. There are subtle signs in your daily life that reveal a deep level of contentment you might be overlooking. Today, I'm going to walk you through 9 hidden clues that you're already in a better emotional place than you realize. And by the end, you may see your life through a whole new lens. 1. You find peace in ordinary moments. Imagine waking up before the world does. The streets are quiet, the air feels fresh, and you're holding a warm cup of coffee in your hands. There's no party, no big achievement, just you, the quiet, and that simple comfort. If you can feel genuine peace in moments like this, you're experiencing a kind of happiness that many people miss because they're too busy chasing the next big thrill. Finding joy in the ordinary means you don't have to wait for a vacation or a raise to feel content. You already carry that sense of calm within you. 2. You bounce back when life knocks you down. Think about the last time something went wrong, a tough conversation, a bad day at work, maybe even a rejection you didn't expect. Sure, it stung. Maybe you curled up on the couch or scrolled aimlessly on your phone for a while. But eventually, you stood up, cleaned the kitchen, or went for a walk. That little moment of resilience, that choice to keep moving forward instead of staying stuck, is a powerful sign of happiness. Because being happy doesn't mean you never fall, it means you don't stay on the ground. 3. You value depth over popularity. Picture 2 different lives. In one, you're surrounded by people all the time, but the conversations are shallow, just small talk and surface smiles. In the other, you might only have a handful of friends, but with them, you can laugh until your stomach hurts or share your deepest fears without judgment. If you lean toward the second life, you've chosen depth. And that choice is a hidden sign of happiness because meaningful connection is what sustains us, not how many contacts we have in our phone. 4. You notice small good things. Imagine this. You're walking down the street and suddenly a song you love drifts out of a cafe speaker. Or maybe you sit down at lunch and the first bite of your food is exactly what you were craving. These little sparks of gratitude might seem small, but noticing them is a huge marker of happiness. People who overlook these tiny joys often live in constant dissatisfaction. But if you catch yourself smiling at little things, you're already more content than you realize. 5. You can laugh at yourself. Think back to a time you messed up. Maybe you spilled coffee all over yourself right before a meeting, or you said something awkward in front of a group. Did you replay it in your head for days? Or did you shrug, laugh, and maybe even tell the story later as a funny anecdote? If you chose to laugh, that's a sign of happiness. It shows you don't take yourself too seriously. You know life is messy, and instead of clinging to your mistakes, you turn them into something lighthearted. 6. You protect your energy. Picture this. Your friends invite you out, but you've had a long week. Instead of forcing yourself to go just to keep everyone happy, you politely say no and spend the evening resting. You might light a candle, watch your favorite show, or go to bed early. That small decision to honor your energy is actually a huge act of happiness. People who constantly ignore their own limits often burn out. But when you quietly protect your boundaries, you're choosing a life where joy can thrive. 7. You know how to reset when life feels heavy. We all face stress, but the question is, what do you do when it hits? Maybe you lace up your shoes and go for a run. Maybe you put on your headphones and get lost in music. Or maybe you head into the kitchen and cook something comforting. Whatever your reset button is, having one means you've given yourself a tool to return to balance. That's a hidden form of happiness because it shows you trust yourself to handle life's storms without losing your center. 8. You slip into moments of presence. Imagine painting, cooking, or even just gardening, and suddenly you look up and realize an hour has passed. You weren't thinking about yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's worries. You were fully there in that one activity. These flow states are rare, but if you find yourself experiencing them, it's a beautiful sign that you know how to be present. And presence is one of the purest forms of happiness because it keeps you anchored to the moment instead of drifting in constant anxiety. 9. You treat yourself with kindness when you fall short. Finally, think about the voice in your head when you fail. Is it cruel, saying things you'd never say to a friend? Or is it softer, more like a coach who says, "Okay, this didn't work. What can we learn from it?" If you've started to replace harsh self-talk with gentleness, you've stepped into a deep kind of happiness. It means you're not just surviving your own mistakes, you're growing from them with compassion. So, if several of these points sound like you, then you're probably happier than you give yourself credit for. Remember, happiness doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's in the way you bounce back after setbacks, the laughter you find in awkward moments, the peace you feel in the ordinary, or the compassion you show yourself when no one else is watching. These are the quiet whispers of a life well lived. Take a moment right now and reflect. Which of these signs do you see in your own life? And which one surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And if this video helped you see yourself in a new light, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more insights like this. Because the truth is, sometimes the biggest step toward happiness isn't adding more to your life. It's realizing you already had it all along.